What a day in the stock market, am I right? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and if this dip caught you by surprise, I really hope that it didn't, right? One of the things that we said in yesterday's video, and you guys can feel free to watch it. I talked about Tesla. This was after battery day, and one of the things that I announced is that I bought $10,000 worth of Tesla. For all those that have watched my videos before, know that my intention in buying Tesla when it was at $398 already after the dip, it wasn't to buy yesterday to sell today. I wasn't trying to do a day trade. I wasn't trying to do a short-term swing trade. I'm buying it to hold, right? And again, I'm just sharing my thought process, and you guys can as well in the comment section. One of the biggest things that really confuses me by all these different comments that we get in our videos is that people are buying and people are freaking out. At the end of the day, like, if you don't feel comfortable putting your money in something, then it's most likely because the lack of experience, which there's nothing wrong with that. It just means that you have to practice maybe a little bit more to become more comfortable, or you don't actually see value in it. You don't understand how it works, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But it really surprises me that everyone was, to the Mars, to the moon with Tesla and Apple and all these tech companies when they were consecutively going up for about 20 to 30 days nonstop, and it was super overbought, super overextended. It was not a good deal. When Tesla dips because of a little bit of unfortunate news, right? That it wasn't as hyped up as it was made out to be. People were saying like, well, battery day was factored into the price. No, to an extent, right? It was factored into the price because when they announced battery day, yeah, it did go up a little bit. But there's a set list of expectation, and to put it in very simple terms, the expectation was not met. So yeah, there was a letdown, right? That million-mile battery isn't here yet, right? It's something that you have to look forward to. And who looks forward to something but still puts their money in a company? Investors, not traders. So I understand. Traders might be upset. Right? If anything, a lot of probably people that are shorting Tesla are probably pretty happy right now. But it's investors right now that I think, and again, please correct me if you think that I'm wrong, and I'm just using Tesla as an example. You can talk about Apple, you can do this with Amazon, you can do this with any company that you see value in. As it's selling off, as it's pulling back due to maybe the overall tech industry pulling back a little bit, right? The overall market right now is pulling back a little bit, and yes, it does bring a little bit of uncertainty due to those that maybe are not in it for the long haul. I've shared so many times with you guys. What do I day trade? What do I day trade when the market sells off? I'm a day trader. I'm all for it, but I always say that this is not something that I want to hold overnight. This thing pushed up nearly 10% today, and I caught a very little piece of it. I made nearly $2,000 with SQs. Kept it very simple. My position size wasn't anything crazy. This thing was super overbought. It just kept catching me by surprise on how much it kept pushing up. But again, market was selling off. I kept it very simple, and I just put my money in that and then decided to lock in profits, call it a day. While I was also for the long call, right? This is a day trade. Do I really want to hold this overnight? No. But what can I buy today that my future self can thank me for? This is not a suggestion. This is just something that I want you to think about. Ask yourself, what can you invest in today that might be a good deal that your future self can thank you for? I'm just using Tesla as an example. I don't care if you like Tesla or not. Your opinion, again, just like mine, should be irrelevant to you. But it is your job as an investor, not as a trader. I did my part as a day trader today. I feel like I did pretty good. But as an investor, what are we doing today to set ourselves up? I didn't want to buy Tesla when it was shooting up and becoming super overbought. Why? Because I knew that a pullback was inevitable. It was bound to happen. I made numerous videos talking about like, hey, maybe it's not the worst idea to lock in profits or to walk away with some money in your pocket. No one knows where the bottom of Tesla is. No one knows where the top of Tesla is. It is just your part to understand when things are too good to be true or when there's a lot of selling pressure just due to people freaking out. And this is, in my opinion, where I want to stay cool, calm, and collected. It's not that I'm just going to throw everything that I have in my accounts into Tesla. Tesla is selling off, and at the end of the day, we truly do not know how much more it can sell off. The same thing with my Apple position. It is selling off, and we don't know how much more it can continue to sell off. So it's not about throwing your money into something blindly, but making sure that, again, finding that balance, that you have enough skin in the game that you feel like you're going to be effective, but not so much that you're going to be emotional. It's that balance, and it's different for every single person. So please don't ask in the comment section, what's the right dollar amount to start trading or start investing with. This is something that you have to figure out. And with more experience and with more confidence, guess what? You'll be more conditioned to tolerate a larger dollar amount, but that only comes with time. So what am I doing today? Well, Tesla dropped nearly 10%. So what I wanted to do within this live stream, this is not something that I suggest to everyone else, is I plan to be in Tesla fully invested at about $100,000 to maybe $150,000 when I'm all in. Let's use this as a scale. I know everyone doesn't invest with that much money. Let's say that you want to invest with $10,000, right? That's a little bit more realistic for the general public, right? And does that mean that Tesla right now, I want to put $10,000 at the current price point? No, because at the end of the day, direction is key. But right now we are presented a pretty good deal because based off of previous patterns and based off of when it sells off, it tends, not always, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. It tends to make a steady recovery. So from where we're at right now to the potential of, let's not even go to previous highs. Let's not go up 47%. Let's just say that it goes back to 450. That's 22%. And I'm not a perfect investor. I'm not a perfect trader. So let's say I only catch 15% of that. I would be happy with that. And right now, on the open, because that's, again, the days are relevant. On the open, because I have 26 shares at $398, let's just say $399. You guys can do the math of how much I'm down. It should be what's on the open. What I'm going to do right now is what I wanted to do within this live stream is I wanted to buy an additional 20 shares. Nothing crazy. I'm going to change this to EXT because it's extended hours and I can see the bid and the ask. So right now, I'm just going to make sure that I get filled. I'm going to go ahead and send in my limit order. And guess what? I just got filled with another 20 shares. Why am I doing this? Why am I putting my money in something that right now is selling off? Well, I didn't buy with $150,000. It's not like you bought with your $10,000 that you plan to invest with, but I want to put my money in something that I find to be a good deal. I don't want to put so much that if it continues to sell off, that it become emotional and uncontrollable. That's not a good balance. But I want to make sure that as I see maybe every 10% that it sells off, I might go in with $5,000 or $10,000 and buy a little bit more. Why would I do that? Because when it begins to recover and it begins to increase in value, I'll be buying then too. But again, the overall direction and the overall confidence will be much more in my favor. So one of two things. You can wait for overall confirmation. You can wait for it to find a support and begin to pick back up. That's probably the safer bet. You do run the risk of it gapping up and not being able to, again, buy in time. But again, if you're someone that's just getting started, it's not about trying to always get the best deal possible, but just doing your part and making sure that you put your money in something that you view as a good deal. And based off of how it's been trading, and based off of how the series of different stocks have been trading, I'm comfortable with having, about $17,000 in Tesla because that's like you getting in with about, $1,700 when you plan to be invested with about $10,000. You get what I mean? It's about a 10 to 20% position based off of your overall desired position size. It's not like you're in 50% because even if it were to drop 50%, guess what? I have another $130,000 that I can buy Tesla with once it begins to indicate signs of an uptrend. So my buying power is still effective, but as of right now, my position size is something where if it does begin to go up, I just at least know that I did my part for a little portion of that at getting it at the best deal that I could. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Are you going to wait for whatever stock it is that you're paying attention to right now for it to sell off or find a support and indicate signs of an uptrend, so waiting for proper confirmation? Again, I wish you nothing but the best. Or are you buying right now to set yourself up for your future self? We are entering the election period, so again, there are going to be a lot of inconsistencies. This always happens during the election period, depending especially on what Democratic Party we end up, electing as our president. So if you are uncertain, if you are, uncomfortable, nothing wrong with holding back. Or you can really watch your position size and just make sure that you're not here to impress anyone. No one cares how much you're investing with. No one cares on how much you're trading with. You want to be effective and efficient. Not too much money that you become emotional, but enough money that you feel like you have some skin in the game. Do your part today for your future self to thank you for. I'm going to leave you guys with that. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up. I hope that this can just reassure you with the overall idea of kind of like getting your intentions in place. If your intention is to invest in something, then it dropping a little bit today, a year from now, isn't going to matter. Understand your intention, understand the big picture, and don't allow on the day-to-day for that to really have an influence on you. If you're a day trader, then yeah, probably risk management is your number one focus as of right now, and direction is key. And that's essentially why we've had such a big focus on ETFs like SQQQ as they've been going up, as the overall market has been going down. And it's just the understanding of knowing where to put your money when the market begins to correct itself. So I'm very excited to see how the overall market performs. I'm very, very excited to see and follow up with overall Tesla's performance. So again, let me know in the comment section, what stocks do you plan to invest in? What stocks do you plan to trade if the market continues to sell off? And if you're going to be waiting for confirmation, or if you're going to be buying today. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Don't forget to stay connected. You guys, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every single day. I hope that we earned your thumbs up in this video. And as well, if you guys want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, I only work with the Learn Plan Profit Group. I have over 2,000 free videos on YouTube. You're more than welcome to check those out. And if you see value in those videos, then you'll see value in the Learn Plan Profit course. This is where I trade live and I work with you on a daily basis and answer your questions in real time during our live trading sessions at Market Open. So if you want to learn a little bit more about it, you guys can click the second link down below. And again, we'll see you tomorrow at Market Open. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.